So this girl made a post and she said, she made a video and it said, if a man hasn't put you in a car in the crib, you are not the girl or you're not the person that you think you are, right? And I totally disagree. Your value is indicative on what you do for yourself, not what everybody else does for you. If you need to worry about what everybody else does for you in order to feel valuable, then you're not valuable. And it's just really that simple. So somebody left this comment on my Instagram, and it says, I don't think she's saying it's a requirement for men to do it. I think she's saying, as a woman, if a man has never put you in a brand new car, house, apartment, or paid off student loans, put you in school, you're not the baddie you think you are. And she's low-key right and wrong. There is absolutely stop. Why is your value based on what somebody else does for you, not what you do with your life? I'm so confused. And I would really like someone to answer that, because if anything, if someone is adding something to you, I think that shows how valuable that they are, not really how valuable you are. It's because they want to do it. So I'm actually confused, and I would like an answer if you feel different. But I think the craziest thing to me is to say this knowing that in our community, our mothers, grandmothers, aunts, and all this other stuff, most of them didn't receive houses or cars from the men that they were with. So what are we saying? That they're not baddies, that they're not worth something? And that's why I don't like stuff like this, because on one hand, we like to put, oh, our worth is indicative on what a man can do. But then in the same sense, we're going to call men useless. So why are we even looking for them to do any of those things? Are they worth the fuck or are they not? Like, I'm honestly so sick of this rhetoric. Are we independent or are we not? And don't get me wrong, I do understand wanting to see what a man can do for you, but I feel like a lot of us are just stuck on in that cycle of what can you do for me? What can you do for me? Because we saw so many of our mothers sitting there with men who couldn't do anything for them. So now we're sitting here, I need to see it before I waste my time and invest that time. This is almost along the lines of when a woman gets cheated on, somehow it becomes her fault and not the man. This is almost on the lines of when women are left without anything and just left with the child and left with the baby, and the man didn't give anything. Then that's when y'all start pointing fingers at the woman and blaming her for not being worth anything. When in reality, she held her own. It really had nothing to do with her value. It had everything to do with the other person's value.